This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome to the show. Today, we are going to bring you a story about resilience, hope, and transformation. My guest today is Jessica Cooper, who is a Central Texas mother of 5, business leader, now author of a new book that chronicles her incredible journey. In fact, she's a published author and working on her 3rd book.
Yes.
to be precise. Well, there was a time when Jessica's life looked very different. She battled drug addiction, endured abuse, faced multiple arrests, struggled through some of life's darkest moments, but her story did not end there. Through determination, faith, and healing, and the support of others, Jessica rebuilt her life and discovered a purpose far greater than she could have imagined. And today she's sharing with us a couple of books that she has written. Now is Not Forever, and that is like a devotional that she's written with the hope of encouraging others who may feel trapped by difficult circumstances and reminding them their current situation is not the definition of their future. And also her newest book here, it is called It's Just the Beginning, and that's your memoir.
Yes.
So Jessica, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's a delight to get to meet you. I love stories of transformation, and I think that's what we've got on our hands right here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the life you're living today.
Well, I am a mom of 5. My oldest son is 18. He's a senior in high school this year. And my youngest son will turn 2 on Friday.
Little bitty.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am the executive director of the McGregor Chamber of Commerce. And as you can imagine, with 5 kids, life stays very, very busy. So we're just currently gearing back up for school and football and all of the really fun things that come with that. So
yeah. What was your mix of kids? All boys or?
I have 4 boys and 1 girl.
Oh my goodness. Is
Yes.
she the princess? Or
Absolutely, yes. She actually will start driving this year. So this is going to be really fun.
Yes, but as I recall those years, that's a help when you've got somebody else.
It is.
That can help ferry people around.
Yes, for sure. She's definitely, she's my best friend, and I don't know what I would do without her. She's amazing.
Oh, that's great. Well, the title of the first book I want to talk about is Now Is Not Forever. This is your devotional. Why did you choose that title?
Well, Now Is Not Forever is, it has been pretty much the anchor verse for me since I came out of my addiction. Now is not forever is my translation of Romans 8:18, which is the suffering we endure now is nothing compared to the glory that he will reveal to us later. And man, you just got to sit with that for a second, right? I think that no matter if it's addiction or really anything that you're going through that isn't pleasing at the moment, we just have to remind ourselves that God has promised us glory and that whatever we're going through isn't going to last forever. And sometimes you just have to take it a minute at a time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's kind of where the title came from.
Yeah. Take us back to those difficult years, if we can talk a little more about that. So what challenges were you facing? What kind of led you into addiction, and was it alcohol? Was it drugs? What, if I could ask those specifics, and how that all came about in your life?
Right. I always say people don't just wake up one day and decide, you know what, I'm gonna go do meth today.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea.
Let's do meth.
Yeah. So my addiction runs very deep in my family. My dad passed away. It was comorbidities, but he was on methamphetamine. He was a truck driver. My mom struggled with addiction. My sister, so it ran deep, right. And it was something that that I was very aware of from a very young age. And actually, I won the DARE essay contest in 5th grade.
Oh, yeah, 5th grade. That's when, yeah.
Yeah, that's when you're learning all about it.
You're learning all about it.
Oh, yeah. Never going to do it. Not me. And of course, people say that. And then here you are. Well,
Was there a gateway drug for you?
No, I don't think so. I think that it was just circumstantial. I was married, and I'd had one son before we got married, and he had 2 kids. So we had like this Brady bunch of children, right? And we found out some pretty devastating news that my little girl had been molested, and it was by my abuser as well. It was my stepdad. And so that happened December the 6th of 2014. And whenever that happened, I lost my mom. She quit talking to me. They moved out of state, like took off. My daughter, because she was no longer the same little girl. And it drove this wedge between my husband and I. And by May of that next year, the police department in the county that we lived had closed the case. They said there wasn't enough evidence. And so by September of that year, I was strung out on meth. It literally started with one night I was drinking and just hanging around with people that were doing that. And I did it, and I didn't stop for 2 years.
Well, it's so highly addictive.
It was like whenever the incident happened with my daughter, I'd kind of fooled myself into thinking that I had worked through all of my trauma. And I started having really, really intense flashbacks. So whenever I got high, like I didn't have them anymore. It was like I was getting things done.
It was self-medication.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So it can, the addiction, when did you know, oh, I cannot stop this? And I don't want to stop it.
I think that came,
how long into?
I really don't know. Like, I think I had thoughts of it several times throughout it, but you always kind of want to make yourself believe that, like, I could stop if I wanted to. This is just fun. It's not really harming anything, but it stole my life in a matter of months. Like I said, I started in September of 2015, and by November I had lost my kids, lost my home, lost my husband, lost my job. I was living in motels from day to day. And I remember one specific instance where I was living in the Budget Inn in Austin, Texas. And if you, look it up, it's pretty nasty. And I looked at myself in the mirror, and I didn't recognize who I was looking at. And it was like this feeling of like being numb. I was just so used to it. And the knot in my stomach, it was just always there. And I remember saying so many times that God was after me, but I was like running, right? Just running from him. Not that I ever stopped believing in God. It was more of just like, how dare you do this to me? How could you let this happen to me and then let it happen to her? Like, I just didn't understand, And so I just kept going and going and going.
And so this was, 11 years ago? So
yeah. That's crazy. I can't, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like yesterday, but also really far away at the same time. So
yeah, which is good.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is good. So, it can just make people feel hopeless though, when they're caught into this. And you kind of explain what you were going through in that season of life. Was there a specific moment when you realized this has got to change? Because you said you looked at yourself in the mirror, and of course we see these pictures of meth addicts, and it's like, and then they get clean, and it's like this beautiful person.
Right.
So, what that does to a person's physical, look.
I wish that I could say that the first time that I looked at myself and I didn't recognize myself, that I just went and stopped.
Yeah.
And I wish that I could say that it was because I realized that I wasn't there for my kids or all of these really cliche things that you hear, but it wasn't any of that. I got arrested 12 times over the course of 2 years. So you would have thought after the first, second, third, fourth, fifth time, maybe then. No, still finally, what happened was I had gotten arrested and I was in Brownwood, and it was a felony charge. All the other ones had been misdemeanors. And so I got arrested with drugs and went into, I think I wrote this in the book. I mean, at this point, it's been a long time ago. I took the drugs with me into jail inside
Did
my
you
body.
really?
Mm-hmm. And I'm inside the holding cell, and I'm like, I have to get rid of this. But in my mind, I'm like, no, I can't just flush it. So I eat it, right? And so it comes time to take my mugshot, and at this point, I'm like floating pretty much. And I go out and I take my mugshot, and not that any mugshot is ever good, but when I tell you this is the worst mugshot ever, like one eye closed, one eyebrow up, I looked like a male presenting himself as a female. That's what I look like. And whenever I got out, I am laying in my bed, and it was like the next day, I think. And there was a vent page, which is much like the McLennan County mugshot page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was like that back then. And somebody had taken my mugshot and posted it. And I start reading the comments, and they are awful. Like, awful.
People don't hold back at all.
Oh my gosh. People don't realize, like, there are real people that are reading that. And no matter what you've done, like, you could literally be the reason. I read them, and I'm like, man, like, this is right. Like, I don't deserve to be alive, and I don't deserve to have my kids. Oh my gosh. And so I waited for my.
And that's all the whispering of the devil telling you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
at that point I was home. I was with my husband and my kids. Like, he had bailed me out, whatever. I wait for them to go to sleep. I make a noose. I go to the back of our house. I put it around a metal beam. I'm up on a chair. I have the noose around my neck, and I'm about to step off this chair. And just as I'm about to step, I say here, but it's like a thought that is not yours, say, go write. Writing has always been my thing since I was a little girl. I would always write. And so I fall off this chair, and I'm just hysterical. And for whatever reason, there's a notebook and a marker, and I write "Now is not forever" over and over on this piece of paper until I pass out. And the next morning I wake up and I Google it, because that's what you do when you don't understand something. And I find Romans 8:18. The suffering we endure now is nothing compared to what he'll reveal to us later. And I quit. Any other time I had tried to quit, I had withdrawal symptoms. It was the most awful pain I'd ever gone through.
Oh, methamphetamines are so.
Oh my gosh. Like, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah. And so wow.
Yeah. And
that's
immediately.
Miraculous. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just like God showed up in just such like big, like undeniable ways.
Right.
I hadn't gone to court for any of these things, and just to kind of blow through some of it, there is absolutely no reason other than God that I did not end up in prison. I was on probation in like 6 different counties. The offer that they gave me for my felony charge was like 20 years. It was just crazy. And obviously since then I've completed all of that. I actually completed my felony probation 5 years early, which is like unheard of. So yeah, it's nuts.
Wow.
Yeah. Very crazy.
Yeah. Recovery is rarely a straight path.
No.
Though for sure. Some of the biggest obstacles that you faced. I mean, obviously your husband was standing by you at the time if he was bailing you out and stuff. I can think of some men going, forget this.
I mean, I think I probably would have said, forget this.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So obstacles through it. And since then are, my husband at the time, we've since divorced, and I was with him for about 12 years. And the divorce really had nothing, I don't want to say nothing to do with that, because we had both put each other through a whole lot of stuff. Right. But yeah, just like taking the leap to be out on my own and leave my marriage. So that was like doing that sober, and working through the things that initially like drew me to meth in the first place. That was a big deal.
Sure. Yeah. And how did you do that? I mean, the forgiveness of this person who had wronged you and your daughter so horribly. How did you work through that?
I started with Celebrate Recovery.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I completed, I think 4 or 5 step studies, which is very similar to like NA, any kind of recovery group, but it's faith-based. my stepdad passed away in 2019. And I went to the hospital and I held his hand as he died. And it's the first time, probably the only time, that I've ever experienced what forgiveness feels like. It was beautiful, and I wish that I could find that. Like, so much of my hurt is with my mom, and she's still alive. So to grieve a person that's still alive, that's extremely hard.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, I don't know. It's definitely not easy.
So that part of your story is not finished quite yet.
No, not yet.
not quite yet. Who were some of the people, though, that helped you along the way?
Oh, man.
I mean, you mentioned Celebrate Recovery, which is wonderful.
For sure.
Yeah. So there are facilitators, obviously, with that.
Obviously,
Did you have a sponsor? Do they do that kind of thing?
Yes, I had. Whenever I still lived in Brownwood, her name is Shauna, and I still talk to her.
Yeah.
I actually met her at NA, and we ended up going to Celebrate Recovery together. So she was huge in that. Honestly, like, even before, I think it's important to recognize that there was people that God sent to me long before I ever made the decision. And I really don't feel like I really made the decision to get clean. I feel like he kind of just met me in this super dark place, and that's what did it. Right.
Yeah.
But, one of the times that I got arrested, like, I hated the police, right? Like, they're against me. It's all their fault. And I met a police officer who spoke life into me. And I think it was probably like months before I ever got clean. But I was just thinking about her like 2 days ago, like how our words, man, they can change somebody's life, and they may not change your life right then, but it can be months, it could be years later. And I still think about her, and it motivates me to be better, like to speak life into people that are probably not getting that, you know what I mean? And so that definitely played a huge part in it. Whenever I moved away from Brownwood, I had a really great Celebrate Recovery group that was in Coppers Cove. And again, met an incredible sponsor there, and had a great support system. That was amazing. Obviously, my children, and seeing,
they keep you going every day.
Yes, you know. It's so wild how our kids just love us. And even, like, you know, I look at my situation with my mom. Like, obviously, I'm hurt, and there is so much of me that wishes I could hate her, but I don't. Right? Like, I think we just long to have a relationship, and to see the grace that my kids extended to me it was so beautiful. And like, I don't know, they just inspire me so much to be better. So
yeah, I think there's more there will be more to that story.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So much more I want to talk to Jessica Cooper about, but we need to take a break. I want to tell you that today's show is brought to you by Alan Samuels, and you can drive a 2026 Dodge Ram 1500 limited crew cab with your choice, 0% for 36 months or 25% off MSRP. Comes with America's best warranty at 10 years, 100,000 miles. Only at Alan Samuels Dodge in Waco. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
We're celebrating the declaration of deals at Alan Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Alan Samuels.
Come by.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. Like I said, I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. I said I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
And we're back with Jessica Cooper. She is an author, and she's been telling us her incredible story of redemption from addiction and all kinds of things. I mean, the power that God has to transform a life. That you become a new creation.
Yes.
Truly. So your book. I mean, we've been talking about your sort of a devotional that you have now. It's not forever, but you have a memoir that's out, and this is relatively new, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So tell me about that. It's Just the Beginning is what you have titled it.
Yes. So it is pretty much the raw, just detailed version of my life, and I didn't write it to make anyone look bad. I didn't write it to play victim, nothing like that. Honestly, I started writing it to heal myself, because some things you can go to therapy for and you can read and people can give you advice, but some things you just have to walk through. Nobody's going to understand that stuff, right? We don't ever have the same experience. Mm-hmm. And so that's really where it came from. But yeah, it's just details of the big things that kind of, shaped me. It's definitely a lot.
So the struggles that you mentioned, are there any struggles that you still carry with you today? I mean, it's not like a light switch goes off and and it's all butterflies and roses.
Yes. I think that I think there's some things that you just don't ever really get over, and they kind of just leave these wounds, or you forever carry those whispers, right? So maybe self-worth, that's a big one that I feel like I struggle with. It's not just the childhood stuff, right? Because you can justify that in your mind and say, well, I didn't necessarily cause that. I didn't play a role in that, right? But whenever it came to addiction, those were choices that I made. And I hurt people. like not just the people I love, but like strangers. I hurt so many people, and that took a long time to work through and to forgive myself for. And being accepting of good things, like having a good life, even the life that I'm in right now. Man, there are some days that I just have to like take a step back and be like, I cannot believe, like even right now, I'm like, is this for real? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. So those types of things I think are what I struggle with currently.
Mm-hmm.
Just
but
really,
you've learned lessons through that.
definitely
along the
absolutely.
way.
Yes, for sure.
Well, you know, and that's the thing, that when someone hears your story and it's just such, it's such a faith building thing.
Yeah.
You know, you use the word hope, but that really is true. Writing the book, was it emotionally difficult?
Definitely.
For you?
Yes.
And how did you kind of handle those? Because sometimes you want to go back to the old substances that.
It was definitely hard to revisit details of things that happened. When at the point that I wrote the book came out last year. April 19th, 2017 is the day that I got clean. That's also the day that my dad passed away. It's a huge date for me. And so that's the day that I had my first women's conference, released the book, all the things, right? And so I was in a really good season. I was married again. We had just adopted a baby. Everything was just going really good. And so I think I couldn't have been in a better headspace then to start revisiting it. I don't struggle with like thoughts of going and using anymore. That doesn't ever really cross my mind.
Right.
It was more so just like being okay and allowing myself to feel what I needed to feel and not feeling like I had to pretend that I was all right. You know what I mean? Like if I'm writing about this awful thing that happened to me when I'm 4 years old, it's okay to feel upset about that. But you just don't have to live there, right? Like I'm going to walk through that. I'm not there anymore. And I'm telling this story because I know that there are other people that feel like they're the only ones, right? They're the only people that have ever gone through that. And we isolate ourselves with that. And I just know that it's good to know that you're not alone and that you haven't gone through that. Like you're not the only one. So.
Yeah. What do you hope folks take away from either of your books here so far? Either your memoir or your daily devotional?
Really, like I think two things. I was thinking on the way over here, and something came to me. Most importantly, it doesn't matter how long you've traveled in the wrong direction. It is never, ever, ever too late to turn around.
Amen.
Yes. I have not read the Bible still, and I'm ashamed of that because God has done so much for me. But I remember in my addiction, somebody had brought to me the lost sheep, and man, that is so powerful, and it's so true. He will come and he will find you and he will celebrate, and it doesn't matter what you look like. You can have the ugliest story and it still produce the most beautiful life. So really that, but then also like I've always heard bad things happen to good people. No, bad things happen to all people. Yeah. You can't good deed yourself.
We live in a fallen world.
Yes. Like, you can't good deed yourself out of bad experiences. And I think that, that sometimes we think that something bad happened to us because we deserved it, or like God is punishing us.
Well, especially if a child is being. I go back to your story about you were a child when you suffered abuse. How young were you?
The first time I remember, I was 3.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, I remember interviewing a lady who wrote a book, and she was in her 70s, and she just felt like God was telling her all these years, you need to write a book. But it was that kind of situation where she was a child, and then her little sister, and it was their dad who was the abuser. And the problem she had was that her mom knew what was going on. So it's not an uncommon story. And for whatever reason, the woman feels like she's got to stay in the relationship or whatever, even though she knows this unspeakable horror is happening to her children. All that to say, when you tell the story, I guess when you live through it, you think, oh, this is just me. This has just happened to me. Sadly, it's not true. That's not true.
It's not. There's been so many women. I shared my testimony probably, I've lost count how many times through Celebrate Recovery. And there's so many women and men who come and are like, me too. And it's heartbreaking. But again, it's encouraging to continue to tell what happened, right? And to get rid of the shame and the guilt. And I think ultimately that's what makes us feel isolated, is we isolate ourselves with that. And I don't think you have to ever be okay with it, right? But you just have to choose to use it, right? Choose to use it for good. And again, just hanging on to God's promise that he is going to make good of it. We have to be willing and obedient to that. So.
Right. And as a result, you've written 2 books that are like permanent reminders for folks that they can access. What would you say to someone who's currently maybe battling addiction or dealing with pain and hurt from things from years ago, things that seem at the time impossible to overcome? I mean, you're living proof it's not impossible.
Man. Oh, that's tough. Because, whenever I think of it, I'm like, man, you just want to say something super inspirational, right? But normally, I know for me, whenever I was right in the thick of it, that wouldn't have mattered. There was plenty of times that I read plenty of things or heard plenty of things that were encouraging, right? But I think if somebody had come to me and just told me that there was nothing that I could have done to change it, there was nothing I could have done. And just that it was going to be okay.
Yeah.
Okay looks different in so many different stages. And so I think that would have been made a world of difference. And I think that that's probably what I would say.
Yeah. Okay. So what about family members who are seeing a loved one in the throes of addiction or suffering for whatever reason? What advice do you have for them, for loved ones?
There's a fine line between being there for somebody and enabling them.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you have to figure that out, and that's different for everyone as well, right? But cutting people off completely, I don't think that's the way to go. And I think that sometimes that's what happens, right? And I understand you also have to protect yourself.
You have to have boundaries.
Yes,
we hear all these terms.
Yes, but just never truly giving up and just continuing to pray. If you have to distance yourself, then just don't forget to pray, because that prayer is going to be answered. It may not look like what you want it to. Praying for somebody to come out of addiction, we want instant relief. We want it to happen right now. But that might look like a 15-year prison sentence. Yeah. You know what I mean? That might look like their kids getting taken away and them losing everything. That might look like an overdose. But it's still an answered prayer. You know what I mean? Like we have to think, am I willing to endure what I might have to endure for this prayer to be answered? And
for that one to get to the rock bottom.
Yeah. That looks very different for everyone.
Yeah. So how has sharing your story impacted your life?
It's freeing. I feel like
It sounds like it's therapeutic.
Yes, for sure. Every time that the first time I told it, I cried the entire time. I'm pretty sure nobody understood what I was saying.
What did she say?
Yes, exactly. Just blubbering, right?
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cleansing.
Just part of it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just definitely, I feel like I'm free from it, and that is worth it for sure. There's maybe some peace that comes along with that as well, but definitely just freedom.
So, what's next for you? I understand there's a 3rd book.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Oh goodness. Well, I wish that I could say that life was sunshine and rainbows right now, and it's just not. I just recently went through divorce and walking through that, And so my next book, it's called Still Breathing, and it's about finding God pretty much when your heart's broken, you know, whether it's divorce or some, like, you know, you have a family member die or you lose your job or whatever it is that's unexpected. I think that sometimes we go into survival mode. And for me, that looked like, I know God didn't leave me, but I just felt like disconnected. And so it has been really just over the last 5 weeks probably that I felt like I have just come back up for air. And so yeah, that's what's next, is just getting that published, released, and trying to step back into my purpose, even whenever it doesn't necessarily feel good.
Yeah. So where can folks find your books and connect with you?
Books are on Amazon, so you can purchase them through Amazon. I'm on Facebook, Jessica Cooper. I have TikTok, Jessica Cooper. Yeah, so Amazon's definitely where you can go. I've done a few different like book signings and things like that. I have a women's conference annually. I had my second one this last year, so I'll have another one coming up this next year.
Oh, really? What time of
Yes.
year? When do you do it?
I did my first one April 19th this year.
Okay, yeah, that's your
yes,
that's your day.
That's
yeah.
my date. This year I had it this last May. And again, like I said, I just kind of walking through divorce and was not feeling like I was qualified to do it, but trying my best to be obedient in it. So I'm excited to see what God does next year. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be really great.
Well, I think any of these pressures that we experience in life are not wasted. God doesn't waste
No.
them.
Mm-mm.
And so it's important that you're continuing to press on
For
in the
sure.
faith. And even though you've gone through a traumatic thing, I mean, I can't imagine. And yet there's so many people who experience the breakup of a marriage, and family life gets all turned upside down. It's important for them to know there's hope too.
Right. Yes.
On the other side.
Just keep on keeping on.
For sure. So if someone listening right now remembers only one thing from our conversation, what would you hope that would be?
Now is not forever.
Yeah.
It's not.
Amen. Amen. You know, I talk, we have a mutual friend who is a military veteran. And of course, we hear the statistics of suicide for our veterans and so forth, you know, and suicide is such a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And that's why really internalizing this now is not forever. It may seem just horrible right now, but this is a temporary thing.
Yes. No matter how big it feels, there's always just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just hold on. You know, I think that we convince ourselves that that we're so bad that the world, our family, would just be better without us, and that's just not true. You know, the enemy will work on us, and he works on us the most through our own mind and our own thoughts. And I have tried my best to obviously still struggle, but when I start having those thoughts of like, man, I'm just not good enough, or I'm not a good mom, I fail in my marriages, what is wrong with me? Those aren't things that are speaking life or truth over me. And so I just try to replace that with like, I know that God chose me. He chose me and he knew my story. And I just have to hold on, and it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And even if better is not best, right? Just one more day. Just hang on one more day. There's nothing that is too bad, nothing that you can't recover from, nothing worth taking your life over.
Right. Oh, thank you. So well said. Your journey is certainly a powerful reminder about no matter how difficult the situation may seem, there's always hope for tomorrow, and it is through Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
It's our declaration of deals, and savings are moving fast at Allen Samuels Jeep in Waco. Get a 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $32,990, or take $10,000 off a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit, or qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months and no payments for 90 days. Don't stand still. Drive today. Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.